Hello, everybody. It's Rombo here, and I'm sorry I've been kind of taking a not really a break from the videos and everything again. As soon as I said I was going to start doing them again, um, but I am doing a lot of studying on certain other ways of looking at the market. One's called Footprint, and the other one is Bookmap. And I'm not even going to show you that stuff right now. That's not what today's about. We're just looking at a lot of the stocks today. So let's just get right to it here. Have AGRI here. Doesn't look, you can't even see it really on the weekly chart. So AGRI, had a big run up here in March, and then the big dip. Then had a bounce, and now it's we're just playing with the downtrend line here. It broke. People probably got in and getting FOMO, and then look at where we ended up, underneath the trend line, still underneath a flat moving average, which tells you what? When you have a flat moving average, you get consolidation, up and down, up and down, up and down, and so down, and then it's up, and like, yay, here we go, we broke the trend line, everything, then down. So what I usually like to do is to keep me out of this area. Again, I don't necessarily need to be the first one in. All right, so this is consolidation area. I might scalp at, because if it does break the trend line and we start coming up high, especially if we come up here to the top of this consolidation, usually we'll have another dip, and then we'll break the consolidation. So we break sideways. We see that with ILUS, Fern, a lot of other ones. It could very well just what I call, straddle the trend line also and come all the way back down here, which would be the bottom of this consolidation area, and then it runs. So that's what I'm looking at with AGRI. Next is just for a lesson about going, we're going to the moon and everything. CYBL, we had, that great news. We broke the secondary downtrend, and then look, we break the major downtrend. Everyone's like, here we go, CYBL's finally on the way, straddling, right? Here we are, we finish above it, but then the very next day we come down below, and then we tank. We even get down underneath the secondary one again, but we did finish at least above that. A big bottoming tail though, so that's sign of buyers stepping up and saying, you've gone too far. So that might be a good sign. Overall, what I'm looking at, we were breaking away from this downtrend line, but now we're much closer to it. So again, consolidation area, waiting for it to break that downtrend, and then maybe a move to the upside with CYBL. So it's a long wait. I'm sorry if you guys, I try to, warn you about, just getting FOMO on this stuff. Patience pays off. GMVD is kind of a newer one in the Moon Market Discord. We've been watching it for a while, and I was so close to getting in down here at 37, but didn't. Reason is there's this big divergence here. Divergence is when the price is going down and the movement of the moving averages on the MACD are going up. That usually is a sign for a big move up. Well, okay, when the divergence is that big, you usually get a bigger run. If the divergence was only like right here, then I expect a little thing like that. So when I saw that, I'm like, the buyers or the sellers are just too strong, and here they're selling. No bottoming tail here. That was the thing that disappointed me. If there's a bottoming tail here, I would have gotten in when it broke, probably this area right here. But anyways, it gapped up. Big topping tail, which means the sellers are trying to push us down. So we're at 64.99 right now. We did hit the -1 deviation, so you know, I can see this trying to work its way back up to a $1.19 or so. The momentum did finish the downtrend. We still are in buying area here. Um, you know, so, but you know, here it did it right here, and then came back down, came back up, and then came right back down, and then stayed in the selling area for a long time. So that can happen again. It happened here. It has a history of it. So just be careful of GMVD in the long run. I would maybe start getting excited about this when it breaks, you know, a $1.16. This is kind of, you know, what I'm looking at for consolidation right here. If it comes down and just does one of these things, then you know the consolidation area would be, you know, a little bit smaller, and we could be a little bit more aggressive once it breaks here instead of waiting for it up here. So, you know, that area is, you know, around 73 cents. But looking promising for GMVD. Next I have is HDUP. Now, why do I have HDUP up here? Well, it's up 4%, not too bad. But now this is the 1-year daily, so this isn't a hey get in tomorrow type of thing necessarily. But we did have a big play up here, and it came down, a big run up here. Now we had a second one that kind of breaks the pattern a little bit, but then comes down, comes up, comes down. But if you notice, the highs are higher and the lows are higher. Okay, so now we had the big drop down. But now the thing is, guys, you know, the after the drop down consolidation, drop down consolidation, drop down consolidation, you know, this is around March 1st to June 26th, March, April, May, June. So 3 months, all right? So HDUP, I'm not saying in 3 months it's going to explode. It could tomorrow, all right? If I knew, you know, I would be down in Bermuda somewhere, you know, sipping Mai Tais or something. But so I don't know, but I'm just saying this is what we look for. We look for patterns. We definitely, you know, breaking the downtrend, higher highs, higher lows. Okay, so this is a really nice look at it once a day type of thing. Make sure you know it's staying within this range, you know, for maybe a month or 2 months, and then that's when you start going, okay, this is, you know, this might be a good time to get in on maybe a low part of the consolidation, and then see if you know it's gonna rip. So that's kind of my idea with HDUP. That's why I brought it up here. ICOA caught my eye. Long downtrend. We're still in the downtrend here, but if you notice, we're you know we had a here's another one. The OTCs like to do this. This got close drops. This breaks drops. So what am I saying with this? I'm saying just keep an eye out on it for right now. You know, it hit here and then dropped, but now look at the consolidation here. All right, we're pretty much staying, you know, dead even with this, and we're getting closer to the breaking the downtrend. We pretty much can't go any lower. We can, but I just thought, you know, I could see this just flatlining, and then I call it a zombie. It's just dead straight across, and then out of the blue, boom, it fills this gap right here. So maybe worth a date night, and then be happy and get out, and you'll have 3 date nights saved up. So you know, something like that. I definitely wouldn't put in a major amount on that, but I just thought it'd be worth a look. ILUS, again, breaking severely away from the downtrend, comes up here. It's a downward, it's a descending wedge. This should have broke to the upside. It didn't. It's close to being what they call a continuation wedge, which is just dead symmetrical. I kind of thought it was more, just a little bit more down than symmetrical, so that's why I thought, we might break to the upside, but we went to the downside here. Um, and again, I can't drill it in your heads enough. You know, every up here we're going to $4 and everything, and uh, you just got to play the chart. You have to be objective in trading, and um, you know, here we are down to point 9 cents from 50 cents. So does that mean it's going to stay down here? Nope. Just like I said, it's not going to stay up here either. Things move up and down, up and down. Sometimes little up and downs, sometimes big up and downs. Okay, that's why we pay attention to the charts and see what's going on. And now we consolidated. Now, ILUS is an old friend of mine. Uh, it loves to do this. It straddling, up above, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, and you're all excited about the up days. You know, this gapped up. Here we go. We're going this way. No, go down. Gap up, down. Gap up, down. And next thing you know, you're buying the dip, and you're not at 11 cents. Now you're at 9 cents. So it has a way of hypnotizing you that way. So just be careful with ILUS right now. I want to see a break away from that downtrend line. We can't get away from it. See, every candle's hitting it. I want, you know, an up move here, an up move here, an up move here, and then maybe a down move, and then up move, and I get in right here. Because we're away from this downtrend now, and that's finally a sign of higher highs right here and a higher low. And that's where you get in, breaking some kind of, you know, trend line, you know, stuff, something like that. So that's what I'm talking about here with ILUS. It's a you know, really good stock. So good company, but it's growing pains, and this is a part of it. Here's another divergence here I was talking about. You know, this is what they look like here. This is a decent divergence, and I had a good pop up. We'll get into that later because I think I have another one, divergence here, play that I want to bring up. So that's ILUS. IMPP, if you notice, I have consolidation area here. I have it up to, you know, $1.55 or so, $1.56. Here's a big divergence right here, right? So what happened? We had a really small one right here. We get a really small pop, but on this one, you know, just beautiful rip, you know, really good. Kind of weird. We have two big topping tails, which signifies usually a downtrend, and then we have this big push. And now, you know, today it gaps down, and we finish high, and we have kind of like a really fat, ugly, I don't even want to really call it a doji, but this is a shooting star right here, okay? That signifies a downtrend. We do have the anchored highest volume on the chart VWAP. I love to see those things down below on the chart, but I want it on the lowest candle on the chart, not you know, up here, because that I've seen it definitely break down below that VWAP, and you know, a big drop down. But if we pop above it, bounce back down and bounce off it, then that's, even in this area right here, that'd be a really good sign of a IMPP doing really well, and that could still happen. But we are in this consolidation phase here. So we are below the VWAP right now. We definitely, here's the average price, guys. It's at 59 cents. I know it's looking strong and all the hoopla, but right now we're still green on the momentum here, and we're green on the cumulative data. The delta. That's the difference between the buyers and the sellers. So there was a lot more buying, but a sign is the bullish divergence coming down, which means the move is kind of exhausted. So that kind of tells me that I'm thinking that we're going to be coming down with on IMPP for maybe this week. And then maybe, if you're really aggressive, getting back in at, 2.7 or so. So those are the two different ways. I'm tending to see it be bearish, especially considering the SPY right now and what it's doing. So that's my 2 cents on IMPP. One that if you looked at my older videos, I liked KAVL because of on the 3-week, it had this reversal here, and it came down. That was a big move, and then right here, now things repaint. That means on this trend indicator that I have, the reversal, not buy sell, but the reversal signals. I had a reversal right here, and I got in on KAVL right here, and the very next week it repainted and that disappeared. And and then it went down. So, I got stopped out. There's nothing wrong with that, guys, except losses. It's a part of the game. Just make your losses small. That's how you stay in this. It's not maximizing or being mega aggressive. You do want to maximize your wins, but there's ways to do it that are still conservative. But you stay in this game by minimalizing your losses. Just have your stop loss in the right place. You get stopped out, you get stopped out. And then just watch the price go down. Unfortunately for me, I fell asleep at the wheel 3 weeks ago. Here's a reversal pattern right here, and I blew it. And now it blew up to 173. So what's going on with it? Well, look at where it ended, right on the moving average here. I just be careful with this one right now. But if we start blue tomorrow and continue up above $1.93, then I'm starting to. And one of the reasons why I got into it last time was, we're looking at moving up to $5 right here. Okay, last resistance is really at 347. Right now it's at 277. So we break this threshold here. Now this moving average, I think, is this 25. Yeah, that 25 exponential. If we break and stay above that, and we start seeing this move up. Now again, doesn't happen overnight. This is the weekly. So just be patient. You don't need to be in right down here. Okay, you want to make sure that it's going up, so you can sleep well at night, right? I mean, these are still going down. So we're still in a transition area. This is a stage 1 transition. We're not even in a stage 2 yet. So, but as you could tell, the history of the stock, it could really, really go up. So that's why I highlighted it before, and then now with this going on, yes, I'm sorry. I should have at least alerted you to it, even though it would have been pretty aggressive for me to quite get in yet, but I probably would have gotten in once it broke $1.56. So yeah, I'm out a little bit, but that's okay. So I just wanted to let you know on KAVL here. MULN, very, very popular stock that is just hit some hard times here lately, but it still has a tendencies for some good moves. I got a buy signal on the weekly. The divergence is just kind of sitting there. It's actually going down a little bit. But the MACD did cross over back here, and it is going up. So, that's a sign of momentum kind of, going to the upside. The volatility here has it right in the middle of the monthly and the weekly ranges. We're just in the middle, so this could really go either way. But that is looking interesting. So we're in this. If I had a gray box up here, it'd be right here. From 420 down to 31 cents. You could scalp it. I would probably wait for it to break a $1.51, and or break $1.51 and then have another red week and then have it go. But these candles are awfully small, so really not too much. I kind of call this kind of the calm before the storm, or the zombie. Right now, it had a bigger candle here, so but nice flat line for a while, and then boom. I'm not saying that's going to happen. Remember, this is just for entertainment. Old man in a dark room. Well, I have the window open here now. In upstairs, looking at 3 monitors. So that's all that we are. But this is it's fun. I'm looking forward to showing you the book map and other stuff later on. But I don't teach it unless I know it. And I don't know it well enough yet. So. But that's what I have with MULN. And then, of course, we're all giddy about Redbox. Redbox today. Yeah, I should have had some puts, but we had in my class Saturday. I was, everyone, here we go. We're going to $30. How high can we go? And just like what I said about another stock that I don't have on here, blue, over the weekend. I said this could very well, instead of going to from 7 to 14, it could go from $7 to $4, and that's exactly what that did today. Redbox, with all the high volatility. Remember, just because it has volume doesn't mean that means it's going to go up. All right. Now we gapped up. We finished higher still. We filled this gap right here, but it's well above the fourth sigma. I personally, I can't believe that it actually finished above. It very, very rarely does that. I was expecting it to finish below that at the 1466 mark or something like that. But we finished above that. The MACD is actually still separating, which is a good sign. We're getting awfully close to being in a sell-off area here, but for me, I'm waiting for a pullback personally before I would get back into Redbox. I do believe, though, because look at where this went to. So I draw a parallel line with that fourth sigma, and I come down to around $22.20. So I had estimates today from 1575, which we ended 1527, so not that bad of a guess, up to 2220. Could we still see that? Yep, we sure can. But we'll wait and see. If you're in it, I would personally, I'd have a stop loss close to the average trading range of around $2. So right now I'd have my stop loss at around 1325, somewhere around here, and see what happens. Big stop loss, so don't have a lot of money into it. You don't want to lose a lot of money on a drop like that. So you have to have your proper risk management and stop loss management to only lose what you could afford on that. Because if you have a tight stop loss because you have a lot of money into it, well, that thing's going to whip around and you're going to get stopped out, and then it might take off. See, so that's what you have to learn with being able to trade properly with the right amount of money and the right stop loss. So Redbox could go either way. It could be done. Like right here, it hit kind of some resistance right here. There's some up here at 1914 yet. 20. And then this is just from the deviation coming off of that. So that is not, that's deviation resistance projected out to around 2220. And obviously horizontal resistance, where we are looking at 2722, is really I wouldn't say it's the next stop. The next would be 1918. The next one that's really interesting is the volatility range. Volatility range for the week is right here. That's the low, that's the high. The high is $20, and here this body, if you look, is darn near exactly right on it, the same price. So when I see stuff like that matching up, I tend to really think that that is an important area right there. I'm not saying that means we're going to get there, but that might be, if we do get up there, that might be a really tough spot to get over. If we start coming down, 2%, 3% under that, you might want to might want to be taking profit right there. And then the last one, my baby, actually two of them, PSWW. Again, this is a very, very long play for me. I have it set at 50 ticks. And again, every time it hits 20, boom, it rips, boom, it rips, boom, it really rips, ripped there. And yep, we were, oh, great pick, Ron, it's up 26%. And I told you in the video, if it gets up there, maybe take some profit, but it might jump up and bite you, or you could take it and hope that it comes back down again, and that's exactly what it did. Excuse me. And then you could just buy in again. So that's the game that we're playing here. So literally, when did I do the video? 2-3 weeks ago. And we're basically right where I bought it yet. We haven't even printed another candle. So that's what the Renko does. It doesn't print a candle until it does a set, whatever you set it at, move. And so we're getting close to down here again. So good news for a lot of you guys. If you haven't gotten into it yet, it's, you could get in under where I got it. I got it at 021. So I'm still waiting just to see this go up. And that's because of the information that I got off of the Renko. And with that said, my other baby that we bought back in December, WNBD. I got to change the Renko on here because that does not move that much. Boy, I'm going to have to go down to 1. So, here I bought way back, what was that? November 30th. I got out pretty much right here because remember the original idea was waiting for this kind of big move. And we're just consolidating right here after all of this time, very, very long time. But then I started to see a pattern within this. I'm like, I'm just going to get out. And I'm not going to be done with it because over the time that I've been watching it, look at this. It comes down to 006, 005, boom, rip, boom, rip. And right here again at 006, it had a big run up. Okay, so I'm seeing this and I'm like, okay, as soon as it started to come down, I got out. And now I see us maybe coming back down to 006. Okay, so if this pattern continues, 006 instead of where I got in 009, we could play that from 6 to 8, or if it comes down to 5, lower your average, have a tight stop loss, and even from 6 to 8, guys, that's 30%. Well, I'll take that. Now again, this is a slow mover, so it will take a while to do. Sometimes it doesn't. Okay, sometimes it sits here and then boom, it pops up, and you have to have. I would have a limit buy on this at 0.006, limit sell at 0.08, or maybe half of it 0.8 and another half at 0.9, and see what happens with that. But I think that would be an easy, quite an easy play with WNBD also. So, and with that said, guys, I hope you had a really good weekend and a good day today. And we hopefully will be seeing you tomorrow. Take care. Bye.